All right, so here we go. A little Brandini, little rebranding here going on. So this is for the downtown Palm Springs action. So this is what's down there existing. So kind of changing it up, a little less scripty, thankfully. A lot less going on here with the B. And what's nice is we no longer now have to script and weld the word Toffee. They're going to change that out to acrylic letters here. So that's good. Wondering if BrowArc knows they're borrowing the B and the R from BrowArc. It looks a lot like, yeah. Anyway, inside joke for us here. Well, that being said, let's get after it. So lay of the land, we've done it before. As a matter of fact, we have done it before. So, but let's do it. We're going to do a little different this time. So we're going to do, you got the face with the pushies. You got the backer, and the world's tiniest little inch and a half clear acrylic letters. And you got 1/2-inch pushies, get those first shot. And then like we do, we're going to do the silicone in backer to capture everything because there's no room for studs. And also we're going to do the word Toffee for the back, the Toffees there. And we have ourselves our little pattern. So nothing too crazy. Just want to point out what's different. So we're just going to do 3-inch around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. And we're going to do 1 inch around the backer. I've got the backer 16th all the way around, smaller than the face. And so when you get this all welded up and you get the backer all set, the only difference is instead of old busted, which is what's up there, is prone to light leaks no matter what we do. Doesn't matter if you put weather stripping foam, right here or whatever, it's going to get out because the old way is you go put the backer up with the blue screws and then install goes and puts the, face up there. But there's nothing you can do. You're going to get light leaks. So talked it over with Jonathan, and this is kind of how we're going to do it. And by we, I mean you guys. So get everything all welded up, get everything ready to assemble, and get ready to drill your screw holes. But instead, you're just going to put everything on a 1/4 inch spacer. So get yourself a bunch of flat bar, chunks, little pieces, and evenly distribute that all over the place. And then you're going to go ahead and mount your screws all the way around. But you're just going to go ahead and make sure that the whole thing is a 1/4 inch off your table. That's going to give you room for 1/4 inch steel riv nuts with squish on the inside, flat part going out towards the back. And when it comes time to assemble, we're going to do, these are 4-inch, I think 4 inch is good, maybe 3, talk to install, but we're just going to do 1/4 steel studs, and you're going to counter tighten them with the 1/4 nut. And with that spacer that you did everything, it should work out just right. And within that pocket, we are going to, and by we, I mean you're going to caulk the crud out of everything. So you're going to one-piece this bad boy, and that way there's no light leaks. So word to the wise, though, because the way this thing is now going to be like basically a stud installed, stud mounted. I talked to Jonathan. Jonathan knows what's up. They're not going to push too hard, hopefully, on the faces, but this is not going to be one of those ones where you do this the day of, do it on Friday morning and then install goes and does it on Friday afternoon. You're going to want to make sure that you give time to assemble this because you're going to put the, pushies in like we do, and you're going to go ahead and silicone this in. But let's give this a good day or two to cure up nice and strong. So that way it'll put up with the sort of pushing on it to get it to install. So give this some time. And of course, make sure you super test everything. Make sure everything's all good before you seal it up, because once you get it sealed up, man, go to town. Nice big fat beads on everything. Make sure you seal up all the centers, all in here and all inside there. Feel free to go ahead and make as big. I tried to notch it open as much as possible for where you're going to have your seams. But if you have to cut it more, that's great because you're just going to go ahead and caulk it closed. So do what you got to do to get that face on there nice. But go ahead and make it easy on yourself. I know on the circle here, you probably will have a little bit of, you can make a little notch for yourself or something for your seam. But you'll have plenty of room to just seal that right up. So anyway, so it's kind of nothing we haven't done before. It's just telling you, go ahead and do it a 1/4 inch up and seal it up real good. And then when it comes to the letters though, here's where we're having fun. I was thinking, man, these are tiny. So I went ahead and brought in for reference the Surf Club letters, which are to date pretty close to the smallest we've done. Jim loves them, and man, they're even smaller than that. So I tried to look at different ways to build them, and the only way I could figure out was to do number 8 32 studs and they were so small I couldn't even get the brass inserts in. So you will be doing a 832 old school tap, like an animal, you know. So this is a less civilized way of doing it. But and also make sure, we've sat in enough meetings with install, make sure you try to get your gun as parallel / perpendicular as you can. Square it up nice so these studs are going out straight. We don't want to be those guys. And then it's the usual. I think you guys got it. You guys got your Milwaukee solders down. You guys will be able to cram something in there. You can see here, I kind of laid this out for GE, but they're all kind of the same. You could probably use the Sloan tape, whatever it takes to get in there. I think you guys can handle it. Now you can also see, using the cyan here, you can see how much the nut takes up. Even an 832 takes up that much. So I figured I'd try this. I'm bringing in some polycarbs. So the polycarbs are clear. That should give enough light dispersion. So when they bring in their standoffs or whatever, this will give us as much room as possible to let light out, especially like right in here. So if this were a metal nut, that would kind of create kind of a closure spot there. So this should allow plenty of photon to sneak out before it creates too much of a shadow. So look for those. Between these clear nuts here, number 8 hardware, I'm bringing in studs. I'm bringing in a couple of taps just so you guys have them. I'm also bringing in some router bits because 5/32, I went ahead and made sure that all of these channels are 5/32 to be able to squeeze a bit in there. So that way you can also get your LEDs in there. So all of this stuff is going to be coming in one McMaster for you. I have the studs here. I'm even bringing in some riv nuts for you just to back all that up. I think you guys have the 1/4 nozzle, the little snozzle for the automatic riv nut gun. But if you don't, go ahead and bring it in. But I'm pretty sure you do. But bring it in for this job if you don't. So yeah, look for that order. It'll have everything you need for this job, and we should be laughing. So other than that, I think we're good. Just pointing out a few things. If you have any questions, hit me up. Check the